money in order to pass it on to the children and then give them as a starter. So for all these reasons, our people lost some gods. I can give you examples of which gods we lost in Trinidad, which is a fascinating country. If you look at Trinidad, Tobago, and Jamaica, we lost various gods, but we restored some others, like Kali. Kali became a very popular goddess in Jamaica. It was also very striking that Indian male, especially a Hindu male, was always afraid of a black colleague. Why? Why was a Hindu young man of this young man's age, 25, 26, always afraid of a black man? And that's because he thought that the black man was going to steal his woman. That was one of the deepest fears our people had, that the black man, more formal, more charming, more ecstatic, more romantic, would take away our wife and leave us alone. So that kind of fear we always had. Even now, in some countries, that fear remains. So then, if you look at the history of the West, if you take different countries, you get different patterns. I don't want to talk about the States, because most of you know it. Don't want to talk about England, because I know it quite well, but you also know something about England. I want to talk about those parts of the world which we tend to forget, and which haunt us. And when we talk about immigrants, we forget that we created a second class of citizens, the untouchables, if you like, whom then we sent abroad and been cared for them carefully. Take the West Indies. West Indies, our people were recruited and sent to work as indentured laborers. Now naturally you can't have men alone, you must have women. So the British say there'll be 5 women for 20 men. Just think for a second. What does it take somebody to think like this, that we will allow 5 women for 20 men, which they did, and what was the result? The result was that a woman can fool around with all of them. It also meant that she became manipulative. She became the stronger party because she knew that she was stronger than the male. The result of that was the entire family values got topsy-turvy in the West Indies. Not the values of India, where wife can be, the husband is patriarch, the wife obeys and all that kind of thing. In the West Indies, a total transformation, and family values became quite different to what we think now. With the result that in 1870 and 1880, the government of the West Indies began to worry about the decline of the family. So brought in strict rules. If a woman was found fooling around, she is in jail. If a man was doing this kind of thing, he is in jail. Strict rules, with the result that since 1940-50, this value structure has changed. And if you have a West Indian friend, and if you talk to him, you will get the feeling of what I am saying. So that's broadly about what happened to the West Indies. South Africa, the story was quite different. It's the only part of the world where we were politically active, like Yadu and Mahatma Gandhi and others.
ઉપસ્થિત રહ્યા આ પ્રવાસી ગુજરાતી પર્વમાં અને કઈ રીતે ત્યાં એક ગુજરાતી તરીકે તેમણે નામના મેળવી, તેમની કામના કેવી રીતે ત્યાં તેમણે ઊભી કરી, એ તમામ બાબતોનો આખું જે રેકોર્ડ હતું તેનો પણ એક ઉપરથી પ્રકાશ પાડ્યો।